Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the first chapter of history, part 2. In first part 1, we have discussed about the French Revolution, the results of the French Revolution, how it is spread all over the country, and what are the outcomes of the French Revolution, and how the people nationalized. That means the nationalism feelings how created or established in the minds of the French people. We have discussed in the last class. In this class, we will discuss about the Napoleonic Code. I have told you in class 9 about Napoleon Bonaparte. He was an emperor. He established dictatorship in France. He destroyed the monarchy, the republic. He destroyed the republic and democracy in France, which was established during the after French Revolution. 1804, Napoleon Bonaparte came to the throne and acquired. He was a military dictator and captured the throne of France and started to conquer one by one state. When he was conquering the other states, the ideas, the philosophy of France, it was spread all over the Europe. So, who was Napoleon Bonaparte? I have told how he established his empire and his administrative system in France. Let us discuss.
That
1804 to 1815, it is known as Napoleonic era. In this time, in Europe, there was a most dominant person was Napoleon. He captured the throne of France. Gradually, he started to conquer one by one neighboring countries of France, and he established the same type of rule and regulation and all the other things. He established equality among the different nations in Europe. So let's discuss about the Napoleonic era. The Napoleonic era we have divided three parts. Introduction of Napoleon I have already told. What is Napoleonic Code? And third, we will discuss about the end of the Napoleonic era. The introduction of the Napoleonic Code will steps taken by the Napoleon for revolutionary principles. This type of principles are never taken any European countries before that time. So this it is called as Civil Code also. The Napoleonic Code is also known as Civil Code of 1805. It is one type of constitution made by Napoleon, a short constitution. Some rules and regulations completely and newly established in Europe or France by Napoleon. We will discuss one by one point. I think all of you understand it. Established equality before the law. It is a common thing of every democratic country. All are equal before the law. There is no partiality between social structures, different social structure. Did away all privileges by birth, which was given before to first and second state. Privileges by birth, those are giving birth in the first and second state family. They are getting many privileges or facilities. Simplify the administrative divisions. It divides the conquered state along with France into many states. It simplifies the administrative divisions. Administrative divisions means, suppose India, the administrative divisions is India divided into many states. State again divided into many districts. This is called administrative divisions. That was before Napoleon. The administrative division was complex. Now after coming of Napoleon, he simplified the administrative division, abolished the feudal system. The feudal system, it is a long topic. We will not discuss all about. Just I want to say that feudal system was started in medieval age. Some feudal lords was there. Those are taking care of the some parts of the country and they represent to the king. This is called feudal system. And that feudal lords became more and more powerful, which create problem in the later for the king. So that feudal system abolished by Napoleon Bonaparte. Freed the peasants from the serfdom and manorial dues. What do you mean by serfdom and manorial? So those dues they could not repay. It is one type of loan they have taken from the zamindars and other landlords. They are taking from the loan for their cultivation, but they could not repay due to the high rate of interest. So this type of all manorial and serfdom dues, those are in the names of the peasants that we have discussed in French Revolution, manorial and serfdom dues about. Okay, so that is also abolished. They could not repay any more money or loan to their authorities. Guild restrictions were removed. Guild restrictions, such type of restrictions that you cannot move from one state to another state. You cannot do the business If you want to do business in another states, you have to take the permission. Such type of guild restrictions were there, which restricted the extension of business in Europe. Then next come to the transport and communication system was improved. There is a new construction started, and the road transport and other type of the sea transport also, and communication system also improved during his reign. It is a short period of reign, I know. It is 1804 to 1815. It is just 11 years, but in these 11 years, what he had done, no doubt he was a dictator, but what the steps he had taken for the country is not a dictator step. He was the first modernizer of Europe. He started the modern period in Europe during his administration of short period of administration. Transport and communication system were improved, standardized weight and measures, and common national currency. That means at that time there is different currencies was going on in European states, even in the French states. How it is? When Napoleon Bonaparte conquered many states, that included in France, and these states have different type of currencies that restricted the extension of the business. For example, in our country India, if the currency of Odisha is separate from the currency of Bengal, then how it creates problem? It creates lots of problem. For this reason, to solve this type of problem, he introduced a common national currency. That means one type of currency will be implemented all over Europe. That is conquered part. Standardized weight and measures. Different type of weight and measures in our country also different type of measures. Weights are same, I know, but measures is different. That means that is what we are telling, decimal and hectares. This type of measures are also different in our countries. But at that time he standardized these weight and measures, and common weight and measures introduced. So this type of revolutionary steps taken by Napoleon, which made him great in history. Still, such type of good steps taken and the best steps taken by Napoleon, why his reign or the time or the why his administrations came to end. That is we came to the end of Napoleonic era. Such many things are there about Napoleon. We will discuss many interesting things are about Napoleon. We will discuss in the classrooms. It is not possible to discuss all about the things about Napoleon. This is also out of syllabus. We will not discuss in here. I just want to say how the Napoleonic era ended. The Napoleonic era ended 1815. The Battle of Waterloo. We have discussed in class 9 French Revolution part. The Battle of Waterloo he defeated. We will discuss in this also in this class. It is written how Napoleonic era ended. But what is the causes of the Napoleonic era? How Napoleon government became unpopular in France and all over Europe. Though Napoleon government had taken many steps for the betterment and establishment of equality in Europe, why it is ended? Why these steps became unpopular? There is three basic reasons given in your book. The reason number one is taxation, high taxation. That means taxes increased due to the participate in the long years of wars and due to the regular wars in the country. That is, he had to maintain a big army, and big army always cost huge amount of money. That is the always shortage of money. For this reason, Napoleon Bonaparte increased the tax. Due to the high taxation, the government became unpopular, started to unpopular. Censorship, many things there is a censor. Censors means restrictions. Many restrictions are there on the common people, newspaper, journals, publishment, many media. That means there was no media, but press was there. Thus, there is a censorship that they could not criticize the Napoleon government. And the last one is forced conscription into French armies. That means at that time, the France, Napoleon Bonaparte wanted to conquer all over the world. That means not only he wanted to limit in Europe, he wanted to conquer all world. So it need always a big army. For this army, people are dying if he was conquering. But even if some people, some armies are also dying in the war, na? For this regime, every day he was hiring he was hiring many people from the village areas and town areas for his armies. For his army, this forced conscription, people did not want to go for the army, but they are forcibly hiring the people from the different areas. This type of activities made the Napoleon government unpopular in Europe. These are all about, we discussed in Napoleon Bonaparte, that what the steps taken by the Napoleon Bonaparte, it was no doubt a good steps for at that time. It was, though he was a dictator, but his steps was just like a Democrats. So I hope all of you understand. This question will come in the exam. You study well, and I hope all of you stay safely. Thank you. God bless you.